Hello friends, Pat here, and today I'm doing a different video actually. It's something I saw over the week, been reading all about it, and I thought I'd share what I came up with. It's a bit of an opinion based on a real thing that I'm going to put towards Apple. And the reason I'm thinking of this is because of the iPhone 7, of course. It came out recently and people are devastated by the very, very small and incremental changes they have been doing for their products, which makes a lot of people think that it's not actually an innovative product anymore. And they're kind of right, but I want to show you why it takes a long time for people to realize that Apple, a closed ecosystem, is gonna become irrelevant very soon, and why Apple is gonna fall. Yes, my friends, if I put these two things together, it kind of looks like Apple will go the way of Kodak, which didn't do very well. If you know the story of Kodak, you might know what happened. But basically, the company Kodak decided that they were good at the chemical part of their business. And they had a huge locked-in ecosystem. Some of people my age won't know this, but their ecosystem was like this. If you get a Kodak roll, you can put it in an envelope, send it to them only, and they will make the cameras for you and bring it back. Yes, there are stores out there which had the Kodak sign where you would bring a Kodak film roll into, and those places were officially sanctioned by Kodak. So Kodak, the company, said they were a great chemical company and they were safe for your memories. Safety of your memories was safe with Kodak, and that is why you went to an official Kodak retailer. Sound a little bit familiar? The closed ecosystem meant that everything revolved around Kodak. Everything had to go back to the official reseller or Kodak themselves. So what followed? They didn't change. They actually invented the first digital camera. But again, they were focused on one thing, which was the whole chemical, bringing your photos, safety of your photos in this ecosystem. And sooner or later, the market changed. The micro shifts of people, instead of wanting, the photos taking 7 days or 3 to 5 days or whichever, they wanted it now. They wanted it instantly. And they wanted their photos, shown, digital, quickly, saw it. They want it themselves. And back in the days, you'd take it to Kmart or you'd take it to another place, you'd end up, developing photos that were pretty crap, or you didn't really want some people to see them. So, how is this related to Apple? Well, let me just show you a wave. Everybody knows this wave. This is the economic cycle. This is where we have high uptake of product. This is the early adopters. These are the people that got the iPhone 1, alright? It's very hard writing like this. They got the iPhone 1 and they were early. By the time the other companies caught up when they built their next flagship Samsung phones, it was already too late. The iPhone had taken off, the early adopters took it, and everybody had it. Let me move back to here. Right now, Apple is here. When they invented the iPhone 1, it was fantastic. It was a seismic shift in the balance of where the company was going and where the mobile market was going. As they went up, they kept doing incremental upgrades to their phones. 2, which was actually 3, 3GS, 4, 4S, 5S. Do you see where I'm going this? This is the scale of the economy. Everybody's buying it, buying it, buying it. But as we get to the 6S, without innovation, there are other companies like Samsung who are now going ahead and adopting things like iris scanners, 1080p displays, OLED displays. They're moving further and further. Why do you think Samsung and all those companies tout the fact that their CPUs are actually faster? And this is innovation. When innovation happens, this drops down and we get back to this area here where it's all up for grabs. and then the early adopters grab the next best thing. Apple has reached this tipping point with the iPhone 7. They're right here. If they do not innovate again, they will not be going up. They will slowly fall down like Kodak did, because they have created a closed ecosystem that relies heavily on them. I know Google is a closed ecosystem, but it's a bit more open because there's multiple phones, multiple type of phones in the Android era, in the Android ecosystem. We have two things. Android, which has multiple single phones that different manufacturers make, but on the same platform with their own little customization, and people are beginning to like open. People are beginning to choose other things. And if you remember that famous Macintosh ad from Apple where the slogan was "Think differently," they have stopped thinking differently. They have become complacent in their success. And while I'm sort of putting the pieces together to make this fit, it's actually quite relevant in my opinion. And number 8, if it doesn't change, if it doesn't innovate, the 8th iPhone will probably, potentially, be the last best iteration of an iPhone. Guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think is going to happen to Apple? Is it possible they could fall down? They have probably more money than most governments. Could they fall down? We never know. It's all about the people, what they will choose, and which innovator will take their money. I don't know about Apple, but it doesn't look like they're going anywhere.